Alright, so this is just an airport that I threw together really quick on top of my dresser. Um, Unfortunately, at the moment, I just don't have the space to build my own custom airport. Um, but I've just wanted to try and showcase some of my fleet, and this is absolutely nothing special. It's really just thrown together on top of my dresser on a really small space. There are no ground foils, it's literally just aircraft parked at gates at a terminal with ground equipment. That's really all it is. There's nothing special going on here. But I just want to show off some of my fleet. This is my older fleet. This is going to be from like maybe the late 80s, early 90s, probably more early 90s. So yeah, I just wanted to show it off a little bit. So let's just get started here. So here at my wide body gate, my one and only, I have an American Airlines 747 SP. It's getting the full service catering. Back here, I'm just imagining that like this is a cleaning crew with a bus getting on there, cleaning up the flight. Fuel, luggage, cargo. I got my super tug up there. And this will be making a flight to Los Angeles. Next up at gate 2, I've got an American Airlines 727-200. This flight just needs to finish fueling and catering. And this will be making a flight up to Chicago. And before I continue, I just want to say that my airport is based in the Orlando metro area. Kind of as like a relief airport for MCO. Not as much traffic and obviously not as big, but just as another destination or option for people traveling to and from Central Florida. Next to my American 727 at gate 3, I have a Northwest Orient 727-200. I'm using this little truck as a GPU for the moment. This aircraft is just sitting at the gate. It will be making a flight later tonight up to Detroit, but for now it's just sitting. And over here at gate 4, I've got a Continental Airlines 737-100 sitting at the gate. They were getting ready for pushback and experienced engine failure. So they're still sitting at the gate. We've got maintenance out there, GPU. So not sure how long the delay is going to be on this aircraft, but she's sitting there at gate 4. And when she finally is ready for departure, she's going to be making a flight up to Newark. At gate 5, I've got Southwest Airlines 737-200. This flight is just finishing fueling, and then she will be departing to Dallas Love Field. Then over here, at gate 6, I've got a United Airlines 737-200. Loading with bags, still waiting on fuel. Once she's all loaded up and fueled, she'll push back and make a flight out to Denver. And then my last aircraft here at Gate 7 is another United Airlines 737-200. This aircraft is getting catered. Bags have already been loaded and, well, unloaded and loaded. Once catering's finished, she will push back and make a flight up to Cleveland. This is kind of like, this isn't really like a main entrance for the airport. I suppose in a way it could be considered that, but it's not really. I just kind of threw it on there thinking like for workers or passengers that for whatever reason need to enter the ramp or tarmac, this is where they come out, get on buses or vehicles, whatever is there to pick them up, and that's how they move around the tarmac and the ramp to other aircraft. Yeah, and I got a little Hard Rock International, so I got a little flag up there. But like I said, this is literally just something I threw together on top of my dresser. There's nothing special about this at all. I just wanted to, you know, like I said, show off a little bit of my fleet. Just, you know, have something to start with. Hopefully soon I'll be able to get that space so I can build my custom airport and actually make it look nice and not just use Herpa buildings and everything. Not that I don't like the Herpa buildings, but they're just kind of plain and tacky. I'm not really a huge fan of them. This one, it's not really a custom building. I just didn't put together the entire piece. I left off the bottom. Well, actually, not even really the bottom. I left off the whole top of the terminal. So it's lower to the ground. I think that looks a lot sharper. I like it a lot more. It's not so huge like a giant office building. And I really like that. And with the jet bridges, the gates, I just used an X-Acto knife and a filer, and I cut off the peg that would be right there. I cut that off to the bottom of this cylinder and just sanded it down. And on the back side, hang on a second. Trying to get a bridge here so I can actually show. So what I did was I sanded, or I cut this part off, this peg, and sanded it down to the bottom right here. And then I measured and made markings back here on this part and cut it roughly about halfway. Cut about that halfway off and filed that down, sanded it, made it smooth. So they're all even and slid into their positions, and it works out perfectly. It works for 747, you know, and it works for my 737s. So I can't really complain. I think it worked out pretty nicely. But yeah, so there's my airport, and hopefully I'll have more updates to follow. I'll get the rest of my fleet in there, my more modern fleet. I really like the aircraft and the airlines of the late 80s, early 90s. I like the variety of aircraft, the colors. Like, I'm sorry, but that is just amazing, in my opinion. Those United colors. And I really love Battleship Gray too, but those colors right there are just phenomenal. You know, then you got the classic meatball, the Continental. Come on, the meatball. That's awesome. And nothing will ever beat Mustard Rocket. It's beautiful. You know? And I like the classic American livery. Red, white, and blue. Beautiful. That tail. Can't beat that tail. Come on. Yeah, but eventually I'll get the rest of my aircraft. This whole box is full of 1-500 aircraft. And it's not easy to tell how many are in there looking at it like this, but I have quite a few 1-500 aircraft, so eventually I will be able to showcase them in my little diorama over there and show off the rest of my fleet, which I'm definitely excited about. So hopefully this video isn't a complete bore. It's just my first attempt, so forgive me if it's terrible. I'll probably watch this later and cringe at it. But yeah, so more to come. So hopefully things will get better from here. Thank you.